Hey, what's up, winners? Welcome to Stay Winning Podcast live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Today we're going over why Wall Street is slipping and why Bitcoin is pumping. So, before we get started, let's go ahead and say hello to who's in the chat. Mackenzie, welcome. Thank you for the support. Uh, let's go. HRA channel member. I appreciate channel member HRA. Thank you for being a YouTube channel member. MP Strujic, let's go. That's right. Thank you so much for the support. That means a lot. Munchy Vloggeries, good morning to you as well. Snack, right? But yeah, today we're going over the why Wall Street is slipping and why Bitcoin is pumping and how that impacts the rest of the um, crypto market. Let's take a look. Thank you for your $5 donation, HRA. Thank you for being a channel member and for always supporting my live streams. So that means you are now entered in either to win a snack on his drink or a Pudgy Penguin toy, um, and possibly even this next shirt. So remember, I did a post on X where if you donate at least, what was it, $2, then you're going to be entered to. You're going to be entered in the giveaway. So if I can find that real quick, give me a chance here before we get started. So one moment. Advanced search. Give me a second here. Month from Stay Winning Pod. Here we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and share my screen here. Welcome, Thomas Lean. Hello from Norway. I appreciate the support. Cardano review. Snacks go hard. That is true. And Snake Commander. Let's pump the snack. All right. So welcome everyone that's just tuning in. Again, we're going to go over why Wall Street is slipping and why Bitcoin is pumping. So let me get my screen ready here while I go ahead and share it here with you. One moment. This is it. All right. So HRA, thank you for the support that you've been showing me here. Again, every $2 donation enters you into a raffle where you can either get the investment book by my friend Delbert, or you can get a Snack Energy drink. All right. Every $2 donation enters you into that raffle. And then a Pudgy Penguin toy. And remember, it's 10 entries minimum. So if 10 people enter, then we can raffle one of these away. Or you get some Stay Winning merch. It doesn't have to be the mug. It could actually be this hat. It could be anything in your choice. It could be a shirt. So again, it's a 10 entry minimum. And so far, we have one entry from HRA. Thank you for being a channel member. You are now entered in. And as long as we get 10 entries minimum, then we can go ahead and do that. Thomas Lean, you are also entered now into the contest and the giveaway for, again, any one of these, whether it's an investment, a Snack Energy drink, a Pudgy Penguin toy, or any Stay Winning merch. So you are also entered. So we have 8 more people to enter before we give this away. And then, like them or not, snacks are the most hard coming in all of 3. Honestly, man, the snack fam is one of a kind out there across all the Web3, across all the chains. But let's go to get started. So again, we're starting a why Wall Street is slipping and why Bitcoin is pumping. And actually, let me see. Oh, there we go. There we go. And I have some light here, but thank you. All right, so don't forget, every $2 donation will be entered into a giveaway. You can win a book, a Snack Energy can, a Pudgy Penguin toy, or some Stay Winning merch. 10 entries minimum. So right now we have Thomas Lean and we have HRA entered into the raffle. So Cardano review, thank you for your kind comment. Okay, so let's go ahead and begin. Why Wall Street is slipping, why Bitcoin is pumping. So we first take a look at the crypto market. New all-time high for Bitcoin. I went ahead and posted that on X today. So thank you for those that liked and showed me support on that. Let's see. Now, if we take a look at the S&P 500, just today alone, it's down almost 11%. It was down 13% earlier, but obviously some people are buying the dip. So think about what this says about the US economy, right? It's people are losing trust in the economy, believing that there's a bubble maybe. Hence why this is slipping. So remember, tomorrow we actually have a big week ahead. So I'm going to go over that here. What we should expect this week and why we see this movement. So the S&P 500 is down, but Bitcoin is up. New all-time high for Bitcoin. So let me go over what this means for the week, right? So this week alone, right? Tomorrow we have the February core price index inflation data. Tomorrow we also have the OPEC monthly report. On Thursday, we have PPI inflation data. On Thursday, you also have retail sales data. On Thursday, we have jobless claims data. All right, so we have a huge week ahead. And then we have the Fed meeting for next week that will take everything into consideration as far as what rates or what they're going to do with the rates, as far as cutting the back, or if they're going to hold it, or if they're even going to go ahead and raise it. So again, this is a huge week, but a lot of people are losing sentiment in the economy. Some are believing there's a bubble. So again, think about this, right? For people to feel safe with their money, they're going to go ahead and buy gold. But gold takes up a lot of real estate to hold, right? You're not going to carry 20 pounds of gold in your pockets. So what's the next big thing? A gold ETF, right? Bitcoin, all of us that are degens, right? We're familiar with Bitcoin and how setting up a wallet works and how to go to a centralized exchange to purchase them, etc. So that's easy for us. But a lot of people, boomers, people that have the extra cash flow, they're not necessarily tech savvy to set up a wallet. So what's the next best thing to protect their money is the Bitcoin ETF. So that's where we're seeing new all-time highs for Bitcoin ahead of the Bitcoin halving, right? Usually Bitcoin reaches a new all-time high after the Bitcoin halving, but this time it's before the Bitcoin halving, and it has a lot to do with the Bitcoin ETF. So the demand is very, very high, and the supply, as we know, is very, very limited. Okay, so again, for those that just tuned in, welcome. Thank you for the support. Don't forget, donations go to a raffle where you can win either a snack and easy drink or a Pudgy Penguin toy or a book or some merch. All right, so again, this is what the crypto market has looked like. Ethereum crosses 4,000. They're looking very healthy, and I'll be touching on Ethereum in a bit as well as Solana, and of course, my favorite, Cardano. So let's go here in order, okay? So again, thank you for everyone that's here and donating, and I appreciate you. Hopefully we can get a 10 minimum so we can enter and give one of these away. All right, a look at the crypto market, and again, Wall Street is slipping. So Wall Street is slipping because we have a big week ahead, and there's nothing positive that they're expecting out of it. All right, so remember, a job data doesn't tell us how many people are working multiple jobs. Consumer spending data, they don't tell us how much of that data is actually from buy now, pay later, right? So the more people that use buy now, pay later doesn't necessarily mean that the consumer is healthy. They probably don't even have any other options for the buy now, pay later, right? So that's something to go ahead and consider when this data is coming out. But let me show you something that I thought was very, very interesting. This could be a pattern that we could expect throughout the year, depending on how people feel about the economy. So if you think the economy is heading in the wrong way, you might want to listen to this. So let's take a look at the date, right? So last time we were expecting inflation data, right? Around the second week of February. Look at how it starts pumping right here. You see that? So does Wall Street know something we don't know? Do the elite know something we don't know? Right? So again, before CPI data last month, it started pumping again. Right? Then you get the jobs data, but it's doing the same thing here in March. So if we believe the economy is not going to keep going in the good direction for the remainder of the year, or at least up until the election, then we can expect this pattern again every single month. So if you want to do some swing trading, again, none of this is financial advice, but if you feel the economy is going to keep heading in the wrong direction, we're going to start to notice this pattern that the week up the week prior to all the inflation data coming up, it's going to go ahead and pump, right? So you bought the Bitcoin ETF in January on NASDAQ and you're 50% profit. Let's go. That's right. The sky's the limit. Congratulations on your gains right here. I think that's probably why you're so supportive. So thank you for the 25 NOK. I appreciate that. That means a lot. HRA, again, thank you for that as well. Thomas Lean, I appreciate the support you've been showing me. Thank you so much, everyone. Winners, I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for the live stream. For those that are just tuning in, okay, we're going over why Wall Street is slipping and why Bitcoin is pumping. So let me go recap real quick again. All right, if you're new here, every $2 donation will be an entry to this giveaway where you can win any one of these prizes. Again, Bitcoin is pumping, Wall Street is slipping. We have a big week ahead as far as inflation data goes, job data goes, and we can see that a lot of people aren't feeling good about it. So again, we're back here where right before the week up to the inflation data coming out, Bitcoin pumps. And again, if the economy keeps going in the wrong direction, I don't see why this is not a pattern where people are going to go ahead and buy more Bitcoin or buy the Bitcoin ETF prior to inflation data for those quick swing trades and profits, or because they don't have a positive view of the economy. So remember, the next big thing as far as a stable coin is the Bitcoin ETF, because gold itself takes up a lot of real estate. Bitcoin being the digital gold, it only makes sense that people with cash will put it into a Bitcoin ETF. So just wanted to note that pattern here. We saw it in February, the week up before inflation data. We're noticing now in March, the week up before inflation data. So if that's the case, every month we could be hitting up a new all-time high. Anyway, just wanted to mention that regarding Bitcoin. All right, so let's see here. The Bitcoin halving, right? It's going to be on April 20th as the estimated time. So we have less than 45 days before the Bitcoin halving. And again, this time it's different because we're seeing new all-time highs prior to the Bitcoin halving. Usually you see new all-time highs a year or later after the Bitcoin halving. And again, this has a lot to do with the Bitcoin ETF, which we'll mention the Ethereum ETF shortly. So Wall Street, again, is slipping as investors brace for inflation data. Again, just mention that why we feel that S&P 500 is slipping and Bitcoin is pumping, because people are they're bracing for the inflation data, and a lot of investors don't feel positive about it. So again, just to recap what data is coming up, let's see here. It's the consumer data, the jobless data, CPI, PPI, and again, nothing positive as a majority, hence why we see Bitcoin pumping. Welcome to all those that tuned in. Thank you for being here, and I appreciate your support. All right. And again, Wall Street is slipping as investors aren't expecting positive news from inflation data later this week. Let's see here. Actually, some are even expecting a bubble. So that's pretty crazy, right? So there's some bubble anxiety here. And again, the stock market has no direct correlation with real estate, right? So even if the S&P 500 keeps dipping, that does not mean that real estate will keep dipping. 80% of the real estate equation is supply and demand. And as long as the demand remains higher than supply, you can expect higher and higher real estate prices. So I know recently at the State of the Union, they were offering money to first-time buyers. Down in California is offering money to first-time buyers. So all they're doing is increasing the demand and doing nothing with the supply. Remember, it's a two-part equation, supply and demand. Right now we have supply here, we have demand here, and it needs to be more even for us to have a stable real estate market. And again, there's no direct correlation between the stock market and real estate. Okay. Let's move on to something else, right? So this morning, well, it's already like 4 p.m. in Spain, but the court upheld the temporary ban on WorldCoin, Iris Skynet venture. So again, for those of us that are into the crypto world, we're not huge fans, right, of centralized banking digital currencies or anything like that. So it's nice to know that Spain upholds their temporary ban on WorldCoin. I know a lot of people got into WorldCoin because they were promised a certain amount if they got into it, especially when some countries were still under lockdown. So that's a huge win for anyone that has privacy concerns, right? Um, and again, when it comes to that, I do feel the world will eventually need Cardano and then Midnight, because the more we live online, the more that privacy becomes a luxury. But let's go ahead and take a pause right there for a moment. We'll go to some comments here. So leave me a comment, leave me some questions. I'll read them out loud on the stream. And then we can go on a recap again and continue, because now we're going to move on shortly and talk about Snack. Chad buy of 200K ADA worth of Snack. Wow, that is huge. That is huge. Okay, so yeah, we're going to get into the meme coins right now. So moving on to meme coins, Solana. I mean, congrats to the Solana community. They're really able to get behind each other and just pump their bags, man. I mean, a lot of props to them. Some of us Cardano are looking over like, you know, let us in your circle, let us in your data. So I actually am now a part of some groups where they show these meme coins. If you guys are interested in me sharing that information with you, let me know in the comments, leave a comment, or let me know on X. But Solana just keeps on pumping, man, and congrats to them. So if you want to take a look at some of the meme coins here, recently, I mean, people were turning $2 into like, I mean, check this out. This guy turned in $1.78 to $400. This guy took $25 and turned it into $650. This person took $40 and turned it into $245. This person took $6 and turned it into $198. So I mean, those are some gains. Like, congrats to them. I mean, that is awesome. Oh, I'm not following this guy. I should follow him right now. I'm so sorry about that. I thought I was following you, but I'll check you right now. I got you. But that leads me to our own meme coin here on Snack. I see there's some new viewers here, so just want to welcome you all and thank you very much for the support. And then we'll wrapping this up in a little bit because my battery is dying. Okay, so every $2 donation, $10 minimum, you get an entry to win any one of these, including a Snack Energy can. Right, Bitcoin is pumping. Right, which means a lot of the crypto market goes with it. Wall Street is slipping, and the reason for that is because we have a lot of key inflation data coming up this week, and a lot of people don't feel positive about it, right? So not a lot of positivity. So if we look at the Bitcoin charts, again, as I was saying, it looks like we can expect these pumps the week prior to inflation data. So if the economy continues to go in the bad direction, we can expect Bitcoin to keep pumping the week up until inflation data comes out. So that's a quick recap of why crypto is pumping, why Wall Street is down. This time it's different because we're hitting up all new time highs prior to the Bitcoin halving. Usually it doesn't happen until after the Bitcoin halving. Financial Firefighter, aloha from Hawaii. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate the support. All right, so now that we're all caught up again with everyone that just tuned in. Hey, what's up, AirWO Equity? Thank you. That's right, winners. Everyone in here is a winner. I appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Thomas Lean, thank you for the Nook of 25. I appreciate you. Okay, so because of that bubble anxiety, you can see why Bitcoin is pumping. So for everyone new, we just went over how Spain upheld their temporary ban on WorldCoin, which is huge for privacy concerns. A lot of SDGens are not fans of centralized banking digital currencies or anyone invading their privacy through Bitcoin. Again, I want to shout out Solana because you guys are able to get behind your meme coins a lot. And again, we saw that people were turning in $2 and $6 to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So that's amazing. But that leads me to the one that I'm bullish on, which is Snack. So Snack community, shout out to you. Cheers. Snack Energy can right here. Don't forget, your donations will be entered into a raffle and you may be able to win one. But I do want to shout out Snack shirts. So Snack shirts, thank you so much for the support. In case anyone's wondering, the quality of the shirt is actually very good. They use very, very good material. I'm very familiar with Canvas because, I've been interested in my merch as well. And this is great. So it actually makes me look very muscular. I've been very familiar with this. So I want to shout out Snake Shirts, Snake Raffles. If you're not following them on X, go ahead and do so. Thank you very much for supporting me, Snake fam. But I think Snake Shirts deserve a shout out. But yeah, let's go over the Snake price. So there hasn't been any burning that's been taking place, right? Hence why there hasn't been many movement here over the last week, because the rumor is that Snake is going to go ahead and be listed on a tier one centralized exchange, Bybit being one of those, right? So you can expect Snake shortly, not some alpha, possibly in a tier one. We know that's what the team is working on. We know the team has delivered everything they've set up until now. So with the Snake community behind the whole coin, I don't see why a tier one centralized exchange listing is not possible later this year. All right. Thomas Lane, thank you for tuning in. I'll see you later, my friend. Appreciate that. So again, if you're not following Snake Shirts, go ahead and check them out. And if you feel like you missed Bitcoin or the Bitcoin ETF or like these gains that Bitcoin is making, again, none of this is financial advice, but Ethereum might be the next one to pump like that. And the reason for that is because we have an Ethereum ETF that is expected in Q2, right? So we've seen what the Bitcoin ETF does to the price of Bitcoin. We can only expect similar from the Ethereum ETF. But yeah, Ethereum just crossed 4,000 today, and it might be at 4,500 by the end of the month. It's projected. So shout out to the Ethereum fam. Congratulations. But yeah, we can expect similar performances due to the Ethereum ETF. All right, so let me recap the call one more time, and then we can, answer anything else on comments or live stream. All right, so again, every $2 donation gets you an entry into this, 10 entries minimum. Crypto market is pumping, right? And the Wall Street is slipping. And the reason for that is because we have a huge week ahead as far as inflation data goes, and a lot of people aren't feeling positive about it. So if you don't feel positive about the economy, we can expect these pumps taking place for the rest of the year, the week leading up to inflation data. All right. And this time it's different because we have new Bitcoin highs prior to the halving. Usually they don't happen until a year later after the halving. And again, Wall Street does not have a positive sentiment about inflation data later this week. All right. So that's why everything is slipping. People have a bubble anxiety. And again, Spain, congrats to banning WorldCoin. That is huge for privacy and degens. Solana, congratulations to you for getting behind your meme coins and having people turn $6 into hundreds and hundreds of dollars with those gains. And again, before we wrap up, just want to shout out the Snake community. Again, not a lot of price movement because there's been no burning taking place, but we are expecting a tier one centralized exchange listing in the near future. The team has delivered so far, so I don't see why they will not be able to keep delivering. If you're not following Snake Shirts, please go ahead and follow them. They're very cool. And again, the material of the shirt, and it's actually very, very nice. All right, so that wraps it up. Don't forget that Ethereum ETF is expected in the month of May, so you can expect similar performances from the Ethereum token, just like Bitcoin. But that's it for today, winners. My battery's dying, so I gotta go. But thank you for tuning in. Stay winning.